Tony, a lot of guys played well for you tonight, including Dante Harris. What impact did his return have on the team?
Yeah, Bach and I were just walking down the hallway talking. It was noticeable to have, well, Jordan Minor's physicality, in addition to him, and then, the athleticism of Dante to defend the ball at times or beat some screens and then touch the paint. And so that was, a long time coming. We were patient, and he worked hard in his rehab. It was a pretty nasty ankle sprain, so to have that against the quality guards that, and when you're going against, the two guards, Couture and Padula, I mean, those guys are really hard. The way they run their stuff, come flying off of some ball screens, lead screen, DHO stuff, dribble handoff stuff is a challenge. So you need the quickness to try to stay with them. So Dante coming back and, not practicing. He practiced about half the practice yesterday. He probably practiced before on Monday, maybe a quarter or a third. He was sore, and he's been doing his rehab, and that's about it. But he's like, I think it's good. We had him get this double check with the doctor, and they cleared him, so it was important.
Tony, that was the best, it seemed, defensive performance in a little while here. One, what did you like defensively? And two, how big a factor was Minor's defense on Lynn Kidd to get that all?
And Lynn Kidd is a terrific player, too, with his moves. So sometimes you need, the individual where a guy can hold them up. I had some flashbacks to Jack Salt doing that, the one-on-one post D, and we've been working hard actually at, believe it or not, a lot of one-on-one wall-up post defense with Blake and him. Blake gave us a nice lift too, but that was certainly important. In the first half, we were pretty connected. They missed some open shots. We got lost in transition. If you look at the stat sheet, they had 17 fast break points, but again, they probably got a few too many open looks, but when we needed to, we came up with big stops, and certainly it wasn't for a lack of effort.
Tony, your impressions on ball movement and ball security, 18 assists on 25 field goals and just 7 turnovers.
Yeah, I thought we moved harder than we've been moving. You're always, when you're struggling, you're always looking for some adjustments, and we just tried to really move and screen well. We didn't do it great at times, but the player movement, the ball movement, the cutting, and was there in a way that it hasn't been. So that was what we tried to train hard in practice. And we've slowly been getting, it doesn't look like it on the scoreboard, but I think longer stretches of good ball, and then you have those lapses, which we even had some tonight. But I think the addition of those guys helped us.
Outside of rivalry, how important is this one in terms of confidence and confidence?
Yeah, I mean, it's, we've been getting beat pretty handily in our games, and so obviously at home we've won all of our games. But yeah, just to play, when you're struggling, you're just chasing, trying to be competitive first and chasing quality, and there was more quality tonight than we've had in a while. So that's the important thing, and then to have it validated with a win is important. But I told them after the game, and after the Wake Forest game, I said, don't grow weary in doing good in due time. You just keep chipping away, and we use the Packer analogy, being from Green Bay. They started 2-5 and just kept chipping away, and it went well. But I thought, to have it validated with a win was important, and you're just chasing those whenever you can get them.
Tony, can you just talk about the involvement of Jordan Minor and how far he's come, and what's been the difference in him a few weeks ago and now?
Yeah, I referenced it a couple times. When we played NC State and we were getting beat badly at the end, I put him in. I don't know if it was 6 minutes, 5 minutes, but I put him in at the end. And all those possessions matter. I evaluate, and I said, don't waste these opportunities. And I thought he gave us a lift, though we were down 18, 20, 25, whatever it was. And he had been practicing better. It's a big adjustment. Came from a really well-coached place, but he played 4 years of zone. And so his ability to kind of anticipate, move his feet, think a little quicker, I saw that, and he just kept working. And he's always been one of the most joyful guys, even when he wasn't playing, though it hurt him. But he never gave up. And, I thought Blake was getting, being a first year, getting pushed around a little bit, and just that was a lot. And Jake, if the matchup's right, but that's not probably his true position. And we needed some real legitimate man strength down there, and he's got that.
Yeah, just to follow up on Dante, can he impact the game defensively? He was chasing Padula some. Does that help alleviate some pressure off Reese?
Yeah.
How does he impact the game
For
defensively?
sure, he's so quick, and he's very competitive. And sometimes, when you have a young team, it's, you're just trying sometimes not to screw up. You can get in these games on the road, it's tough. And sometimes just an injection of some real legitimate spit and vinegar or whatever you want to call it, fire. And he's emotional and competitive and tough-minded, and he's played in some games, so that helped. And he's a legit athlete. You can't just watch and you see his quickness. So that helps. Yes, it takes a little bit of pressure defensively off Reese. Sometimes we can sit Reese, though not as many minutes this game, or he can bring it up. So I thought that was good. And we knew when he wasn't in some of these games we played, that was a big blow. But we got good opportunistic minutes for other guys as well.
They had 15 turnovers, including 10 in the first half. Did your defense do certain things to kind of force the issue there?
We just tried to play as hard as we could. They probably, again, I said they got some open looks and missed some shots, and I thought they had separation. But like with our offense, as we've been getting beat, we've just been trying to work and not let up in practice and just keep chasing quality. And so our guys stayed in a stance longer. They worked harder. And, we had some good things happen and just battled away and didn't quit.
Tony, obviously this group has kind of stuck with it. Can you take a performance like today on the road? I know that's obviously something you've been trying to figure out.
Tune in to Saturday at 6 o'clock. We'll see. We're going to try hard.
Tony, for someone who hadn't played in 10 games, I guess, for Dante to have 5 assists and no turnovers, that's rather unusual,
Yeah.
isn't it, with that kind of rust on him?
Yeah, no, I didn't know, how he would respond, but I just knew we've been missing that competitiveness, that quickness at times, and that experience. We've gotten good lifts from Elijah at times and, other guys, and it doesn't mean all those guys keep staying ready, but I wasn't sure. But, yeah, just to be able to do it. And I think sometimes when you have 2 ball handlers, I've always liked to have that, going Ty and Kihei or London and Malcolm. When you can play with 2 ball handlers, it can help a little bit. Help Dante. A couple times he was out there by himself, but when he was with Reese, I thought that helped. But, no, he just, I was surprised how well he did and how, he could play that hard and be that sound in that kind of setting.